Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. So we have the course TAs here, and we also have someone from NPTEL. So, all right, and we have one student here. Uh, your name is Mohan, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so the purpose of this live session really is to, if you have any questions or queries or doubts and so on, we can take that up. So who's here from the IIT Madras team? This is the first live session that we're doing. So I think we can just, is there anything you want to share about the course, or you have any questions regarding the course, Mohan?
Ma'am, I am very thankful to you. My name is Mohan Rao. I am pursuing PhD in Economics, School of Economics, University of Hyderabad. I'm working on migration from Andhra Pradesh to Gulf. So this is one of the, I didn't expected this course is goes this much of good. I have seen, but before I done labor economics, but this is particularly helpful for me for from the beginning of the course until now. You introduced the classical theories as well as from the classical theories to you come to aspirations and migration and emotions and all those things. It's rich, very very rich in content. And as well as sometimes you brought the very good speakers from the outside. They gave some valuable inputs regarding to the some live experience, such as like how to collect the data and real experience, as well as some faculty from our university, Jajati Kesar Parida. He came and he talked about the Odisha migration. And yesterday's Carl Upadhyay and ma'am was one best layer. And I came to know that I done literature review. You covered 60% from my literature review, as well as rest of the 40% I didn't know that literature, but I am very thankful to you. You offer such kind of a wider, like interdisciplinary and multidisciplinary things. I'm very very happy, and I while I am reading, I download references you gave our uh, end of the each lecture. It is really helpful for me, and I download that articles as I am reading. I started reading, and again, and emotions of yesterday's lecture, emotions and social cost of migration. It's one of the best one, because of we have done until now economics and sociology and all kind of, and you brought some psychological perspective into the migration, how people are getting emotions and what kind of things. And it's one of the best thing. This is the first course I attended in online. And even you came to university last time YSA conference, I tried to come and talk with you, but we don't have time, and I was in some other committee. And I have gone through your profile, and your Bihar experience is one of the best. And I download your articles and I started reading. I'm very 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 thankful to you, ma'am. This is wonderful session here. Thank you so much, ma'am. I didn't have doubts, but I have doubts how to make this question. I will go to field next semester, and if you free, I will send some mails and try to meet. If you give the some like if you free sometimes, I will come and discuss with you. Thank you so much, ma'am. It's a wonderful course.
Okay, okay, thanks, Mohan. That's very generous of you. All of us worked very hard to put the course together, so I'm very glad
Eh,
that you find the course useful. And
eh,
so your PhD, you're doing a PhD in economics,
yes, ma'am. Economics, yes, ma'am.
and who are you working with?
I'm working with right now Professor R.V. Ramanamurthy, sir.
Oh, okay, all right, very nice.
My DRC members Srijit Mishra sir, and day before yesterday I talked with him. So I am doing this migration, mobility and development with Amrita Datta ma'am. So he told me that, oh, she's with me, that apartment itself only very good, and he is my DRC member. He always giving, I always go with him and asking some suggestions how development and migration is to go this way or that way, and all those. He always asks the very important questions, and uh, uh, I always shape myself how to do the literature and how to come out from the like ambiguity kind of questions. And it is wonderful interaction with Professor Srijit Mishra, and he only introduced some Misbani, this one Misbani, as well as that readings, Arjun Appadurai. and these like aspirations and this one. This is one of the wonderful. I have gone through some his articles and his experience with migration and anthropology, migration and economics, how these coordinations and all these things. It's wonderful experience, ma'am.
No, that's great. You're in good hands because Professor Ramanamurthy is a heterodox economist, right? In fact,
Yes.
I just met him very recently, a couple of weeks ago. So that,
Yes.
and your Professor Srijit Mishra, who's so, I mean, I think, so that's quite a bit. And also in the University of Hyderabad, you have there's a journal that comes out on South Asian diaspora. If I'm not mistaken, that journal is called South Asian Diaspora. And in fact,
One,
and
please, 1 minute, 1 minute, one.
yeah, there is a
Sorry.
center for diaspora studies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the editor of that journal is from, is from the University of Hyderabad, and I invited him to do a lecture, but I think he was very busy, so he kind of was.
Yeah, and
But
my another DRC member is Professor G. Vijay. He is very good at in labor economics.
I
I
met him
always
at the Labor Economics Conference recently.
yeah.
We both had papers in the same session, so it was very, yeah. So I think you're pretty sorted, but I think so what, I mean, of course, we can talk about your thesis at some point, and so on, but I'm guessing you're also doing you're doing hardcore econ work and then doing more things, some things will be useful for the course for your thesis, other things maybe not so immediately, but you can think through them and so on, right? So
Yes.
which year are you in right now?
I just finished 2.5 years, ma'am. Now the third year.
Hmm. Yeah. So you should look up the journal because I think even in terms of publication and so on, because if you're looking at Andhra migrants in in the Gulf, you said.
Yes, ma'am.
So are you doing a primary study or are you
No, it's a primary study, ma'am. I'm going to do primary study.
entirely a primary study?
Entirely, my two objectives depends on primary study. The first objective is aspirations and abilities of migrants. The
Mm-hmm.
second one, how remittances impact on their socio-economic conditions. And
Mm-hmm.
the third one is related to migration policy. How policies like, especially low-skilled migrants.
Right.
How that one I presented last time in Punjabi University one conference with the assistance of Professor R.V. Ramanamurthy, and we wrote a paper, and that I will shape it
Mm.
that I will shape it for a paper, and still it's going like this. So quite nowadays, now I'm making questionnaires for my survey.
Great. You should also look up Professor Irudia Rajan's work. He's done a lot of work on Gulf migration and so on. And
Yes, ma'am.
he's, I think in our course, he's done two guest lectures. One is on the Kerala migration survey, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
You
Yes,
should,
madam.
and anyway, his work is very well known, and so you should. And he's been talking a lot about Gulf migration lately in the context of this war and so on, right? So
Yes, ma'am.
you should look up his work also. And like I said, your Center for Diaspora Studies, if you're trying to do interdisciplinary work, there's also yeah, the professor who heads that center, like I said, he also is the editor of the journal that comes out, South Asian Diaspora or something like that. So
Oh,
yeah, yeah, and I think in the University of Hyderabad, they're in very good hands, and we are very happy to learn that you are enjoying the course.
I'm really enjoying this course, and the way you introduced a different kind of materials. I missed some materials. I'm very thankful to you. I'm very thankful to you, ma'am, because of some articles I missed, and I take it again into my literature review. It helped me how to make the argument properly and do the things properly. Those materials shapes my literature in a proper way.
Great, great. And you can, say hello to Professor Ramana Murthy and Professor Sridhar Mishra from our side. And, we'd be happy to help you in any other way that we can. Yeah.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Um, Anyone wants to add anything? Anand, Faheen, Pranita. Faheen, can you have your video on?
Ma'am, may I know the exam pattern? I'm sorry to interrupt meanwhile if we are talking someone else, but I'm sorry, what is the exam pattern and that I want to know because we done like that assignments properly while listening the all lectures and the answer itself in the lectures. So that what is the final exam pattern? May I know?
That the TAs will tell you. Yeah.
Okay, okay, thank you.
No, they'll tell you.
Okay.
Yes, one of you take the lead and yeah.
Yeah, so the exam is also going to be your MCQs. You'll have the it's going to be objective. You'll have 50 questions. We have set two paper sets. So you'll have sort of one of these sets that we have set for the examination. It'll be
Okay.
it'll be MCQs basically. And yeah, if you've done the assignments and gone through the literature, the exam should be easy enough for you. I mean, not too easy. Obviously, there is some level of difficulty that we have had to maintain. But if you've done the assignments and gone through the literature broadly, which since you're saying you have already, I mean, it was your literature review, large part of it. So for you, I'm guessing it should be not that difficult at all. But it's going to be MCQs, 50 questions.
Thank you, Pranita. Thank you so much.
Anybody wants to add anything? Faheen, Anand.
Hi, hi. It was really nice to like listen. It's okay then only one person has joined the meeting today. We were expecting more, but it was very nice to listen that how this course has become very very helpful to uh, learners and particularly now. And it's like glad also. It also motivates us to like work and like and support more and more. Yeah, I would say.
Okay. All right. So who is there from IIT Madras? I think it's pretty, I mean, unless someone wants to add something, I think we're okay with this. I guess it's the middle of the week, or people need to engage deeply to show up for live sessions. I don't really know how they work. This is the first one for us.
There
Yeah.
is one person like from IIT Madras, but I don't know whether they are not responding.
Okay, I think we all work like semi-bots, so maybe it's like something on of that sort. Okay, then. So I think we can then call it a close and right. So thanks again, Mohan. That was very nice, and we'll be in touch. And all the best with your work. And so I think we can call the meeting. We can close the meeting. I think we're done with the the live session.
So just
Yeah.
wanted to add one last thing. There is the discussion forum on the course, so do feel free to whatever if you have any questions or any queries, do feel free to post on it. We try to engage through the discussion forum, but yeah, I think this is the first cycle. There is obviously not a lot of enthusiastic responses so far, but if you do have any questions, anything that especially the TAs would help you with, do please share it on the discussion forum. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Pranita. Thank you so much.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Bye. Have a good day.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Offering this best course for us. And see, we done labor economics, but this is particularly people who wants to working on migration as well as internal migration as well as international migration. The theories is the basic foundation for this. You know, so without proper theoretical understanding, you can't go and do your research properly. So that see, I have gone through. I read that E&D has paper 1 month aspirations and ability. I get only 50 to 60%. After you came up with your explanation, I thought okay, fine. I misunderstood the some part of that lecture, that paper. I misunderstood. Later I went and okay, right. This is man. Oh, the man was explaining this is better, and my understanding on that article completely different from what you are saying. Later I realized, and again I started to read that article. It helps me a lot and bring me into the right platform. So I really thank for that.
Which article is this?
He and he has aspirations and ability
Oh,
framework.
yeah. Yeah.
He and he has, and Jargon Corning article also, aspirations and ability, and this guy aspirations and capabilities. These two articles are it took me some time to understand the theoretical framework, but later you came up with this article and explained us, and it makes sense to me. Really, it makes sense to me. How I read that article, how I understood, and after I listened your lecture, and I completely okay. Somewhere I misunderstood that article again. I went and I reading again, and I understood the complete article. That is a great thing I learned from your course.
I mean, see, the issue really is this, right? The issue is now, what are we going to be loyal to? Are we going to be loyal to the disciplines that we come from? Are we going to be loyal to the research problem that we're studying, right? Now, say, for instance,
Yes,
now you're in economics, every
yes,
discipline looks at a problem in a certain manner, right?
yeah,
But if you really want to, and we're all studying social problems here, right? So if you really want to study and understand a social problem, then
yes,
very often one discipline will not answer all your questions. So I
yeah,
think the paradox of academia is this now. The paradox is that we're into so much hyper specialization even within a discipline, right? Like a microeconomist
yes,
talk to a macroeconomist, a public finance person won't talk to a climate economist. But the point is that the nature of all development problems is very interconnected, right? And interdisciplinary. Whereas
yes, exactly.
very very like tightly kind of has very strict disciplines, right? So then the question is, how much are you willing to push yourself? The capabilities paper that you spoke about, now, Amartya Sen came up with the capabilities.
Exactly, exactly.
Everybody says he's an economist, but I think
Yes,
he's also a philosopher, right? So
yeah,
then
yes,
where do you start and where do you end with your research question, right? It's with economics,
yeah,
you'll be like, okay, I have all, if your questions are coming from the empirics of migration, then certain disciplines might not answer your questions, right? So then what do? Then so therefore, what question you're going to study is also going to be defined by the discipline that you're coming from,
y-
right? So, I mean, I
yes,
think over here you're anchored in labor economics. The good thing is that you are doing a primary survey. You're working with people who, like, do their own surveys and so on. So you're in good hands like that. Now,
yeah, ma'am. Some of my brother went to like Gulf, and my village people went. This is a real accident. I thought, why don't I work on this area? This is like very close to me. Like people have done work on that labor and some other aspects. Why don't you look? These people are going. What are the like policies for like? See, there are two different kind of policies for like high skilled migrants policies, somehow advanced than the low skilled migrant. Even you can't say low skilled policies in India that much of taken into consideration. And while I was looking and I met the people who especially go to abroad like Gulf nations from my village and my rural areas and more, I interact with the people. I was talking with the people and I asked their real problems, what's going on, how are you staying there, what are the benefits you are getting, how government helps you, what are the criteria, what are these illegal agents, the ramped illegal agents are ramping now. And I pushing them, then I came to liter I understood, okay, this is how you real problem connected with the like your research, that I understood from the
yeah.
yes,
I just remembered there's somebody called Vijay Kora. He is at CES in Hyderabad.
I met him, madam.
Yeah, I think he's also done uh, primary work with Gulf
Yeah,
migrants in Andhra Pradesh. So you already, yeah, he can.
yeah.
On.
uh,
Okay, all right then. Thanks, Mohan, and thanks,
yeah.
everyone. Okay, chalo, we'll be in touch. Yeah, bye.
Okay, bye, mom. Thank you, mom.